Hey and welcome back. Today we'll be looking at Bitrise checks on GitHub and how we can integrate this in our pull requests or when you actually do a push to develop, which is the main branch for our app. Also a few improvements and adjustments to the app that we'll be using. Let's get this show on the road. Yep, we need to log in. And I have my GitHub hooked up to Bitrise, so this should be quick. Awesome. Next up is we need to go to our app. I believe app settings is where we need to be. And maybe check on builds. Okay, it's not on builds. Integrations should be the right place for this. And we have GitHub checks, extends the classic step. Status checks, Bitrise sends to GitHub. So before we turn this on, we're gonna first install Bitrise checks to our repo. How we do to install the Bitrise checks? I just wanted for this one. I prefer to have it only in select repositories for now. Everything looks fine. We install this. Once that's done, yeah, we have this integrated. And I think once we turn this on, we should be quite ready to go. We look at the checks. There should be more information in the doc about Bitrise checks. If you're using other CI, providers, there's how you can do all this migration. But considering this is a new project, we don't really need to care much about this. What I'm gonna do now is try and raise a PR and see if it's gonna show us the status of our check or status of our build, sorry. Let's go. So we are back on our repo, and I'm gonna do something else easier. Add a license to it. The license template, I usually go for Apache. So once you choose a license, it shows you what you need to know about it, what permissions, what's the limitation, conditions. But yeah, let's go through the licenses. It's something you're interested in. Then I'm gonna review and submit. I'm gonna go scroll all the way down. I'm gonna create a new branch. I'm gonna call this create license. Let's see if this is enough. And I'm gonna just test this out and see. Oh no, I didn't get to see my Bitrise build do anything. So we need to go back and fix something. Coming back to the documentation. So first thing we need to check on is, yes, we have what's it called? GitHub check is done. Next thing we need to check on is if the pull request trigger is, let's see what this pull request trigger is all about. I think this is what I was expecting it to happen whenever I do a trigger. So triggering begins with pull requests. So this is what we need to set up. We can set up a trigger every time a pull request is done. So I'm going to go to the triggers and add a pull request as the option and see how that goes. All of the workflows. Then we have triggers. So yeah, we don't have any triggers set. On pull request, it's easy, just need to select, do you want something to be triggered when a push occurs, or when a pull request action happens, or when a tag is usually associated with releases. So add a trigger on the pull request. So there's something called source branch and target branch. What this means is, these are the branches which will trigger this workflow. I think this is the only workflow that we have. Is it deploy? Yes, it'll trigger this workflows. Let's select primary and see what happens. Done. So every time you open a pull request, this workflow will be triggered. And let's say, I believe that the workflow we had was this was our primary workflow. Two workflows, one for deploying and one for primary. And we want this to be run every single time, but we open pull requests. I'll try and open a different pull request, doing something different to see how that goes. One thing I wanted to add to the repo is a pull request template that feels like something a PR could play along with. So we'll call I might kind of screw that up and uploaded it directly to the base branch. But let's see if existing PRs can be improved, or could probably try and edit and maybe we can add a license section to the window and open a PR. this should update readme. Now create a branch, call it update. Let's see, let's propose changes. Update readme. So yeah, you can see the pull request template already. Doing its thing, and yeah, we can now see Bitrise popping up here and running our build. Let's see how this goes. It should pass because we haven't really changed any kind of logic. It's failing, which is quite surprising. Let's see, why is it failing? Let's see, view more detail on Bitrise checks. Why did it fail? Missing required input. It was an issue with the file downloader step. So I actually had to self-host my own build file, then paste a link to it in my step. Previously, if you have seen the last video, we were using like some variable which was generated by Bitrise when we upload our files, and apparently it wasn't finding this URL to the file. So yeah, I just had to self-host and paste it, and the step now works. Everything looks green. If you go to your PR, you'll be able to see like 3 successful checks, show all checks, and you have all the sticks, checks for the debug, release, and the Bitrise step itself. So everything looks good. Can it show us details in GitHub? Yes, you can click on it, see how the build and the time it took for different steps. And yeah, you can also rerun the checks if they failed. You can also go to Bitrise from here. And you can do the same from Bitrise back to GitHub because we now have linked. It's now linked to the pull requests. And on that note, I will call this a video and see you next time. Thanks for watching.